Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin. We're here again for the I don't know, lots of times.
The 198th time.
198th time. Wow, we're almost at 200.
Yeah, almost celebrating the 200th episode.
Yeah, Jesus, you've been with
Is that a bicentennial? Is that what that is?
Bicentennial. Is that like a bison combined with another bison that has 3 heads, or maybe 2 heads?
Maybe. Bicentennial is 200th anniversary.
Yeah, it is, but it also sounds like maybe a mythological creature of bisons with 3 heads, like Cerberus.
I mean,
and
I could imagine that.
A chimera.
A chimera of sorts.
Yeah. Chimera.
I haven't noticed until now that there's I think a clip from Your Name in our intro.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Might be.
I might be wrong. Maybe
probably,
I am wrong.
Probably. I haven't edited it since we started this 198 episodes ago.
Wow. Okay. I just noticed the hard hat bit, so I don't even know what that is now.
Oh, I
was thinking it.
That's from.
I was thinking about. What's it from?
Ghost Stories.
Is it okay? I was going to say the other option was Ghost Stories. I just saw the hard hat and I was like, oh, that reminds me of that bit in Your Name.
No.
Nothing as good as that.
I made this when we're going to talk about like atrocious things.
Bad anime.
Bad anime. And that lasted for 2
seasons. 2 seasons.
And Detective Holmes, Vampire Detective Holmes.
Well, Vampire Holmes was definitely bad.
Yeah.
I've never watched it again. So, well, I mean, we're not talking about bad anime today. We're talking about Excel Saga. We're continuing our journey on there. We're going to talk about episodes 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
One of these, which is I suppose a genre near and dear to my heart. As you know, they kind of mess with the different genres of everything in every episode. And episode 7, Melody of the Underground Passage, which sounds like, I don't know, the porn version of a Castlevania game. Is about horror movies though.
Yep.
And I've noticed now. I say noticed. Have come to terms with the fact that Puchuu is now a permanent character in this show.
Oh, it's all about the Puchuus, man.
Good lord, they are fucking everywhere.
They are. They are.
So, in this one, I'm trying to think of how, because these episodes are so all over the place. I think the easiest thing to do is say what happened, what the episode is about, and then talk about it, because it feels like there's no rhyme nor reason to any of it at any given point. It's all arbitrary. It is all dice rolls of what scene should we put next? I don't know. What does it say on the dice? 4. Okay, let's do this one.
Yeah. Well, put it this way: I saw a comment in the place I'm watching it on. Is that it's just basically under filler. Is the category that
filler of the series?
Filler of the series, yeah. It's all just filler, man.
That is true.
It's very true.
It's mostly that.
That's that is a very accurate description for this show.
It gets even more accurate when we get to the next episode.
Yeah.
This one is so it's like a parody of a horror movie, and the Puchuus are now soldiers.
Well, they've always were soldiers, man. They're always
but of a giant alien-like creature that is now living in the sewers and giving birth to them
with the
what might be
with the catfish.
The fucking, oh god, that's right.
Tangle lure.
Yes.
Is it the catfish?
Oh no, no. The thing from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, the light with the
lanternfish.
Lanternfish.
The lanternfish. Yeah. Yeah, it's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, I don't know, a cross get involved.
Oh, so yeah, so basically this is the horror episode. Excel and Hyatt come back after being saved by the Yeti / sold its skin.
Oh, from the previous episode,
to
Jesus wept.
to fund them across. And then they get back, and Ilpalazzo says, "Oh, we got intruders. It's been here for a while. Go and deal with them."
Oh, that's right, because they look at the scanner, and it's like, oh, there's quite a few intruders. We should deal with those. And then they like flood the, and that's the people. That's the other people from the other organization.
Yeah,
city security.
Yeah,
and they like flood the sewers to get rid of them.
Yeah,
and then the scanner shows it's like, oh, that's a lot of intruders, and there's like hundreds of little red triangles. And it's all the Puchuus just mingling.
But you didn't know that at the time, so
no,
because
spoiler,
because they flood the whole base, including the place where they press the button to flood it.
That's right, they do that.
They also have a nice border checker, like, all right, time to set the traps off in this area, and then there's all these buttons with no description at all, so just randomly pressing buttons.
That's right. It's just it's a board full of buttons, and every label has been removed.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? I'm just going to push them indiscriminately. Of course you are.
Yeah.
That's Excel's energy to a T.
Yeah. Anyway, so they basically flood the place, and everyone gets washed away, including Excel and Hyatt, out the room.
Yes.
The woman from cybersecurity, Misaki, I think is her name.
Sure.
She was like, "Oh, I sensed a different pressure. I'm going to like wall anchor myself onto this wall."
She uses a piton for climbing and attaches herself to the inner sewer wall.
Yeah.
And then chews on oxygum, which I assume is chewing gum that gives you oxygen to breathe.
Yeah, I assume that too. And everyone else looks at her and go, "What are you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, you going to better be prepared." Tidal
she says, "Shut up and just do the thing," and nobody listens.
Yeah. So the guy that fancies her and is the one that holds on to her, and then the other two kind of get washed away. First is the glasses guy,
the bigger guy that doesn't talk.
Yeah, he just reads everything that's in writing, and then he kind of gets waking up, and you see he's surrounded by the.
Oh no! Does he not? Oh yeah, that's right. He's surrounded by the Puchuus, and he's like, "Oh, cute."
Yeah, and
then he sees the tongue one.
Yeah. And he's lured, and he sees the tongue one, and it goes, "Oh, all right." And then it's like a big mouth, and it's like, "Oh."
Then there's an awkward scene where white stuff falls in his hand and face before you see what's happening.
Yeah. I did wonder.
Yeah. I was watching it. I was like, and like that could have been translucent. It could have been any other color. I feel like this was a choice.
Yeah, it was.
He gets. We assume he gets devoured effectively.
Yeah. Hyatt wakes up to is with the guy that fancies her.
Yeah.
And they get carried away by the Puchuus, I think.
Yes. That's right.
Excel? Does she just...
She's unconscious.
Yeah.
She's nearly drowned.
Yeah. Oh, she's alone. Yeah.
She is alone. And she's unconscious for a bit. They get dragged away.
Mm-hmm.
And then the woman who pinned herself to the wall and the other guy... Did they get separated?
No, she keeps beating them up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he keeps making comments.
And coming on to her, yeah, basically. And she's like, "No, I'm not interested. Go away."
Hyatt and the other guy meet the thing.
Yeah.
The alien queen, I guess, is effectively what I'm going to call it.
It is just the mock-up of the alien queen. to a degree. So Excel.
And then they go away.
Excel is on her own, and she's walking along the tunnel, going, "I wish where Hyatt is. I've lost them." This is kind of like Unicorn Man. This is like the whole scene of the Transformers and the Unicorn when they get washed away in that water.
I guess that's right, and the big tentacle pincers coming off the wall.
Yeah. It's the whole.
Because you kind of ask yourself, it's like, what was going on there that was happening?
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
Oh, because they got swallowed by Unicorn. Remember?
But why was there liquid and internal pincers and stuff? What did any of that mean or do?
What does any of it mean, man?
I mean, like, you can hand wave away a lot of the stuff, but the idea that inside a giant robot is just for some reason a bunch of water and also some pincer tentacles. What did they do?
He's a giant floating planet.
Yeah. Okay. Point taken. Anyway,
it transforms into a big robot and then goes yum into like Cybertron. It's just like a non-transfer. Anyway,
it does do that.
So she's there and she's just walking along, going do mind on business, and then like the group of Puchuus just come behind her and go, yeah, we're not doing anything. We're not suspicious. So she turns around, looking at them, they turn away a while, and then she's like, And then she starts running.
Something's not right.
Well, why are you chasing me? And then, I don't know, she turns into a rocket and then falls off the edge.
She does turn into a rocket because she's running so fast.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, if she's a rocket, then she wouldn't be affected by gravity because propulsion would throw her along. But she gets to the cartoon moment of realizing that she's not on solid ground anymore.
Yeah, she Wile E. Coyotes.
Wile E. Coyotes it down into the basement through a tube.
This is sort of where everyone kind of gathers back together.
Yeah.
And we see that guy is not dead, but he is in fact like plastered to the wall with something.
Oh yeah. And
so is Hyatt, and she's kind of half dead.
Yeah. Well,
that's just her character.
That's just her character. But she's on top of the alien.
Yeah, she is, which is brilliant. Because why?
Yeah. And the guy that got lured away first, he is now slimmer and handsomer. And speaks proper now.
I was a bit confused because I thought I just misunderstood something. And then then it kind of insinuates it's like, oh, but like the alien queen is, mating with people. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, I watched the Japanese and guys especially, I don't want to be sucked. was the translation for his lines. Don't suck me.
And then, because we're then introduced to, that all gets a bit crazy and all the Puchuus are going mad and like, and then, but then, like they're having a fight and they're all doing that thing where they're like, oh, Puchuu, then they go, oh,
yeah,
when they get like hit with stuff or crushed or whatever.
I don't
they get like that really serious face.
Yeah. I don't want to die like this. Because we should say Misaki is also not affected by the cuteness.
No, she doesn't. She cuts the tongue in half with an axe.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, cute. I hate cute things.
Yeah. It's not me.
Yeah. But then the guy who's now skinny sees the product of his what's happened.
Yeah.
When it's a Puchuu that basically looks like him.
Yeah.
And they both go to attack each other and they're like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
And then Excel comes along and hits it in the head and kills it.
No, I think
is it Excel?
I think it's his mate.
Oh, I just remember that it dies and then he just goes and goes back to normal.
He just goes back to normal. Yeah, I think it's like I can't do it, so the guy comes up. Oh, I'll do it for you, and just like smacks it with whatever weapon he's been given by Misaki.
Oh my god!
And then even Misaki has to admit that she can't handle the alien queen, has to run away from it.
Yes.
And then the guy that likes her, he falls through a tube and goes, I got the gun, and I'll save you. And then he looks at it, I'm going to save you. And then she's like, just give me the gun. Rips the gun. And the triumph art. It's prototype number 2.
That's right. I said, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And everyone's like, no, we don't trust this weapon at all. After like the wee pistols they had.
Oh God, that's right.
And then Nabeshin just kind of appears.
He pushes the button.
Pushes the flooding button again.
He had to be in it.
And he says, I had to do it. And he has like a somber face on him.
Yeah.
And it floods it all out. And then I think that's it. It cuts back. They flood the city. Like the entire city gets flooded.
Yep, they do. Flood the entire city.
And
jobs are good. And
pretty much most of the civil service people are on top of the rooftop, dangling their legs in the water. That's how flooded the city is. And the other guy says, I survived. And then she instantly pulls the trigger on him with the gun.
Oh, that's right. And he goes, I would follow you anywhere. And it's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
She just shot you without a moment's hesitation.
Yeah.
It's like, because he like jumps out the water.
Yeah.
Because and she just goes bang straight away. It's like, no, don't worry, I'll follow you anywhere. Are you sure? She killed you without thinking about it.
Yeah. And then you go to the underground base and Ilpalazzo is basically like, yep, you dealt with that now. Now we need to get rid of this water. As they're all just kind of like sitting in rubber rings floating.
Oh my God. Incredible.
And the episode.
Holy shit, Colin, what do you rate this one?
This is one of the better ones, to be honest. Yep. Would say, I don't know, I'll give it 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9. This is like coherent, almost somehow.
You're just getting used to it, man. It's only been 7 episodes.
I don't know if I am. I really hope I'm not. I hope this is just that it's slightly more coherent than the other episodes.
It was a bit more, yeah.
Considering what we're about to go on to talk about is episode 8, Increase Ratings Week. Now, I can sum up the entirety of this episode, which is basically them saying is like, hey, we need more fan service, which means less men and more women. So we're not going to show any men in this episode.
Except for the caveat.
Oh, Nabeshin?
No.
No. The dude. The
Pedro.
Is it Rodrigo? Pedro. Yeah.
Rodrigo.
That's right. I knew it was a name in ending in dro.
Vote Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro. He's in it briefly.
Yeah. This is essentially the beach episode.
I was about to say we got to the beach episode 8.
Yeah.
Where it starts with Excel and Hyatt, and then there's another girl who apparently lives nearby called Cosette.
Oh yeah.
Because I think it's like no, wait. This is where is this where Excel's like going through a thing where she's just lying on the floor going, I'm taking some time off and I'm doing this because this is happening and there's some restructuring and you know things need to happen and I don't need to be there, so I'm going to be on holiday, and while I do that, but I'm just going to lie here because I don't have any food and I'm really hungry.
And it's really, really hot. Yeah.
It's really hot, oppressively hot.
Yeah.
But then that new little cute girl who lives in the building apparently, Cosette is her name.
Yeah.
She has like a spirit. They've eaten. Hyatt and her have eaten, and they're like, "No, why don't you leave me food?" And then she's like, "Oh, here, I found this sandwich in my packed lunch."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, amazing."
And then she eats it, and then apparently bad things happened in her stomach.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's not the only time bad things are going to happen to her stomach in this episode.
Oh no.
Man, there's some weird fetish related stuff that I think people are going to take from this that I worry about.
Yes, there probably is.
But effectively, this is a whole episode where it's like, hey, none of the guys are going to be on screen. It's really warm, and we're not doing anything. We should all go swimming.
Yeah. It's the pool party thing.
Yeah.
Should say that the civil service people have all take paid vacation, much to
Yes.
the annoyance of the boss, because he was like, "What? Yeah, I thought I'd just give them paid. They asked for it. There's nothing to say we can't give it to them, so I gave it to them." His
Oh, that's
secretary.
right. The woman is
Yeah.
just like, I just did it, and he's like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. I guess.
So then, yeah. So they're all at this party, and you should say, I think the woman actually visits the Excel's room, apartment, and basically she's gone behind the door going, "Yes, I'm here for the beautiful woman thingy thing, for the beautiful woman newspaper. Here's some 2 tickets free. Have this. Please sign." And then Hyatt answered the door, and she just vomits tomato juice all over her. Sorry,
Oh, that's right.
It's tomato juice.
What is happening? Is she bleeding into the
tomato juice?
Yeah.
Going by the scene.
There's a bit later on.
Yeah.
There's a bit later on where he's like, oh, that. I mean, holy shit! Like that scene is mad.
Yeah.
So mad. Oh my god, it is good though because once they're all at the pool and everyone like she, of course, like XL, there's food there and she gorges herself on food to the point where she's lying on the ground with a bloated stomach.
Yeah, well, that's because Cosette has all the money.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
Because Cosette's got an assignment to do.
Because Cosette is actually there to get them.
No, to get it's a hitman. I had
to. It's the woman in the pool with the mole.
Yeah, that's her, and then that's a whole other thing.
With her fucking her saw contraption dinghy.
Oh yeah. It's just like spikes come out the wee
the floaty,
the floating rubber bell.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And Hyatt watches her and is like, "What's going on?" Because like XL's like, "Do you think there's something weird about that kid?" And Hyatt's like, actually just drowning in the pool because she can't swim.
That's right. She is literally face down, and she says, "Are you okay? You haven't done anything for the last 30 to 40 minutes." She picks her up and she just goes. In
the Japanese version, she says, "I'm all right," and she's just like fully unconscious in the water.
She picks her up. She's literally face down in it, and she turns her up to the like. She's like, It's pretty good. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously XL takes advantage of Cosette having hitman money and buys all the foods.
Yeah. Yep.
And
she actually goes to order and like tries to order anything possible at the wee kiosks there, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't sell that."
Yeah, that's right. She goes through like a 95 item order, and she's like, "Cool, we have none of those things."
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's this queue going back for like 25 minutes worth of wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So basically, Cosette calls up to the pool, sees the wifey that she's got to assassinate, sees that she has a kid, has like horrible flashback of her mother dying and how she got raised as a hitman by, I want to say, the mafia.
Yeah.
Because like there's a scene where she was like with her like stepmother or something or like aunt, who just basically abused her. It's like, "Oh, you're doing with your kid." And
Cinderella.
Yeah.
It was Cinderella.
And then she's like in some dungarees and a flat cap, like she's in like the 1930s New York.
Yeah, she looked like one of the newspaper kids.
Yeah, and then she gets hired, and then she's like in like Oriental kind of like attire for training, and has the daggers coming out her hands and everything. And it's like, all right. And And then she just couldn't go through with it because she has this flashback of her mother, and it's like, no, I can't do it.
Couldn't take a kid away from her mother.
Yeah. So then, or I think the mother from the kid.
Yeah. I mean, either way, the kid's not going to have a mum.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so she's sitting inside the pool. Hyatt comes over. It's like, you're right. And it's like, no, I miss my mum. Oh, why don't you go and speak to her? She's dead, all right. It's like, oh, all right. I'm sorry. And then she's Hyatt kind of like faints.
Yeah.
Because it's super hot, and she just kind of faints and falls onto the kid, and the kid's like holding her, propping her up, saying, what am I going to do? And then it fades to white. And then she, with the Cosette, and she's just like, where am I? What's happening? And then, like, it drops down, and she's like in a graveyard / hell, or I think.
Yeah.
And then she's a woman waving who's her mother.
Yeah, it's like, oh, mum.
Yeah. And then she tries to walk forward, and then Pedro goes, no, you can't. Why not?
Don't do it.
Because she can't come close to you, otherwise she'll steal your soul. Because she's dead.
She's not really your mother.
Yeah, yeah. And then she kind of waves, and then fades away. And it's like, and then everyone's in hospital because they had heat stroke. Because of the
fucking episode, man.
Localized, the localized heat wave at the pool.
Yeah.
But we didn't mention the tomato.
I was gonna say that's the one bit I want to go back and talk about, because Hyatt is literally sitting at the side of the pool with a can of tomato juice.
Yeah.
And the guy who likes her, who we don't see, we just see his shadow, comes over to talk to her, and she's like, "Oh no, I need to go and do something, but you can have." It's like, I was gonna ask if you wanted a drink. It's like, "No, it's fine. I have this tomato juice, but I need to go and do something. You can have a drink of this if you want." And he's like, "Oh, that's like basically kissing." So yeah, sure, that'd be great. And she leaves, and he holds the can in front of him and says, "Oh, why is there more tomato juice than there should be in this? Like, she's been drinking from this."
Yeah.
And it's like bubbled over the top.
Yeah.
I can only assume she's been bleeding into the can of tomato juice.
Yeah, that's all we kind of... It didn't stop the guy, though.
No, it did not.
It did not.
It did not. It should have immediately stopped him.
The best bit of it is like, he comes over and he goes, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Hyatt. How you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, who are you?" And you just see his neck and shadow just kind of go to the left, and it's like, oh, she doesn't recognize me. And then she puts her glasses on. "Oh, sorry, I can't wear contacts today."
Yeah, that's right. She puts her glasses on. She says, "Sorry, I forgot to wear my contacts."
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
Then. Yeah. Then. They actually have that conversation.
This is a wild episode, Colin.
Yeah, I can't remember the. Nope, he's not even in it. Lord Puchuus isn't in it.
He's at the very end, isn't he?
No,
like, because are they not? Do they not all like hold up the? Oh no.
No. Only the boss man, where the secretary gets in the way of his face every time he comes on screen.
That's right. She does.
She's like, "It's a localized heat wave in this pool." Everyone's like, where everyone was attending, and they're all, in the hospital now.
Madness. What do you rate this one, Colin?
Just talking about it makes it. I don't know. I'm going to stay with an 8.
I'm going to say a 7, because I think the episode's trash, but I think some of the jokes in it are really top tier.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it? What was it? I was just kind of going through these, and there's like random things that are like really quite recent to the anime that has been put into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, so this anime was I don't know, 2000...
1999.
1999? Oh, it's all 2000s. And then I swear there's things... Maybe not this episode. I think it's one of the other episodes we're going to talk about next week.
Oh, man. Well, that's a good segue, because we've done it. We've finished these episodes today, and we'll be back next time to talk about more Excel Saga. So as always, you've been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you want to support us, you can do by leaving us a review. That's really good for the almighty algorithm. If you can't leave a review or already have left a review, telling a friend is another really cool way to help us help us out. And if you want to support us financially, you can at patreon.com/Who's That Anime, where you can get early releases of the episodes, and on top of that, early release of our other podcast, 5 Minute Fusion, A Journey Through Dragon Ball. We are currently working our way through Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, you can come and join us on that journey too. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episode releases and anime memes. We have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the show notes. We also have YouTube at youtube.com/Who's That Anime, where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. And you can also find the RSS feeds for Who's That Anime and 5 Minute Fusion on YouTube too, if you like to listen to your podcasts through YouTube. Colin and I sometimes like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find archives of those on youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman. And we are done.
Yeah, that's it. Done for another week. Into the future we look at for Excel for
in another 2 episodes.
Another 2 episodes. Wow. It's more than that to go. That's 10.
Oh, yeah, there's 26 episodes in this season.
So we've got another 8 episodes to go.
Yep.
Steve Satty's held up well in this one though.
This is more entertaining than, I'm gonna call it, Battle Doll, because I never remember the name of that fucking show.
Angelic Layer.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. To be honest, like I say, I already kind of enthralled with it, with the idea of battling the things. The rest of it's
That's her.
Dog shit, and then
the rest of it is mediocre at best.
With the weird ass twist of the mother saying to reveal herself at the end, it's like, what the fuck? Oh man, just give your daughter fucking mental problems.
Go and listen to our episodes on Angelic Layer. It's quite a ride.
Yes, well, most of our ones.
Yeah, but we'll be back next time to talk about more Excel Saga.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We'll see you same time, same anime, different day. Bye.
That's it. Bye.
Bye.